All right, great day to you. What's going on, everyone? This is Courtney Rollins, State Pro Service, and the Life and Transitions Experts YouTube channel, Facebook group moderator, and podcast host. Here on this channel, we're helping families with some of the biggest transitions in their life, whether it's probate or estate planning, or helping them solve problems and create income and wealth through the power of real estate. Today, we're talking about North Carolina specifically and when you have property, why real property typically quite often does not need to pass through probate, and some of the reasons why you still may need to have it go through the probate process. Disclaimer, I am not an attorney. I'm not giving any legal advice. I'm not a financial advisor either. I'm a probate specialist. It's one of the ways that I find properties. I'm a real estate investor, is one of my hats that I wear. And by being able to help people through the process, I can give them some viable options, and whether they decide to work with me or go another route, it's that whole Zig Ziglar, helping other people get what they want, and you can get what you want. So again, I am committed to learning and continue to grow, and feel like I know a lot about the process. But again, I'm not giving legal advice at all. I'm just sharing my experience, and hopefully it'll be helpful to some folks here. So let's go ahead and look at it. Why real property typically does not go through probate in North Carolina like it does in most states. And also, we'll share a little bit on why you probably still want it to go through probate if you have certain plans for it. All right. So, number one, basically, if there are certain legal structures in place, most property in North Carolina, unlike many states, does not have to go through the probate process. And one of that is if there's joint tenancy with the right of survivorship in there. Okay, so when people own a property or purchase a property with joint tenancy, it means that if the owner passes away and they have right of survivorship in the deed, then the property automatically transfers to the surviving owner. Now, if there isn't a right of survivorship, then that property goes based on if there's a will left behind by the decedent or the person who passed away, or if there isn't one, then intestate laws will dictate which heirs get the property. But this type of property, this type of ownership, if you have joint tenancy with the right of survivorship, would go ahead and have it not have to go through probate. And some people actually have that in their when they purchase the property or when they change the record the deed. Another thing is tenancy by the entirety. This is quite often done when there's a married couple. If there's a married couple, then both persons own the entirety of the property, have full rights to the interest of the property. And when one spouse passes away, the other person automatically receives this. And that's very common in North Carolina. You don't necessarily have to designate that when you purchase the property. So it's something you may want to take a look at if you're newlywed or if you're already married. There are some things you can change around based on your needs or wants, and it may be a good conversation for you and your lovely spouse to have. Another thing here is we have revocable trust, but you can have irrevocable trust or revocable trust. There's many different type of trust, but essentially a trust owns the property, and if the trust owns the property, or if there's a living will and it pours it into the trust when you pass away, then the trust owns the property. And a probate is when someone's property, assets, or debt, the things that they own, have to be dealt with when they pass away. But if it's owned by the trust, then the property is not owned by individuals, so it does not go through probate. I highly recommend folks look at trust as a way to control property as opposed to owning it. We want to control our assets, but we don't necessarily want to own our assets in many instances. Another thing is the beneficiary's deed. This is if you have a deed, it's sort of like a, well, not right of survivorship, but in a sense, it's a way that you can put designate who would the deed transfer to upon your death, and that's something that you can get. I definitely recommend that you talk to an attorney, an estate planning attorney, if you need support with an estate planning attorney, reach out. That's my job, is to connect with folks in this industry, professionals, and then be able to share that knowledge with you all, saving you time, hopefully saving you headache, and helping you have a experience that is supportive to you. But a beneficiary deed would designate who the beneficiary is, and that would allow it to pass um, on. Now, one thing to really note is very common when executors or administrators are are in control of the estate, it is you cannot pay estate. debt or the real property debt through from the estate. So paying utilities, cable, internet, mortgage, all that stuff that should not come out of the estate account. This property is vested already to the heirs, and so those expenses are not paid out from the probate estate. Now, if there's other bills and other claims um, on the estate, you may be able to sell the property to be able to pay off the debt. That depends on the beneficiaries, and it depends on if there's a will and how it's written up. So definitely speak to an attorney that can support you through this route. And if you are deciding to sell the property, it may have to go through probate based on some tax issues and some other reasons. As a matter of fact, I'm going to do another. I did uh, a piece of content on that a while back, but I should do another one. There's like almost like a part two. So that's probably what's coming up tomorrow. So check it out. Matter of fact, I would love for you to subscribe to the YouTube channel and share any topics that are important to you so that I can go look it up, figure it out. Well, hey, good morning, Maurice. What's up? I don't know if that's probably my mama. It says Facebook user. Uh, what's going on, Mom? Today's Gratitude Monday. Thank you, Mama, for encouraging me to share my gifts, gratitude, integrity, faith, thought, service, and be able to share that with folks every morning. So thank you very much for that. But I digress. What I'm saying here is that if you need any support, I'm like the hub in the middle of the wheel there, connect you to, or I will either wear one of these hats or connect you to someone on my team that wears these hats and help find the best solutions for you to hopefully, again, solve some problems, hopefully save some money, hopefully save some of your legacy, or provide some very viable solutions that helps you through the estate planning and the probate process. All right. If you want to reach out, there's Courtney at estateproservice.com. You can go to estateproservice.com, or you can sign up for free conversation at calendly.com, Estate Pro Service. Let's get on the calendar. Let's chat. If you are another professional and you want to actually be on the channel, I'm interviewing a lot more people and sharing some of the great services that they provide and would love to chat with you. Even if you don't want to be interviewed, would love to just connect. This is a team sport. Life seems to be a team sport, right? So let's rock and roll. All right. I hope wish you the best. This is the LITE Life in Transitions Expert Podcast. Use your gifts and let your light shine. Cheers.